Okay, while everyone joins in, it's time to dupe a bunch of Zonite. Hey, what's up, Savage? Hope you're having a lovely Thursday. Okay, are Zonite closer to the top of the list in any of these other settings? Not sure why excited about this. It's interesting. I think it's an interesting glitch, and like the application for it so far has just been horizontal speed, so trying to get something that is vertical seems neat. I'm probably biased. I just think glitches are interesting. You do that one more time, and then we should be good for a little bit. I may have to relearn how to do some menuing today because there's a couple things I want to try that I don't remember how to do. So, hopefully I can find the videos to reference to do those again pretty easily. Okay, so I looked through. I don't know if you were here at the end of stream yesterday, but Aqua linked a spreadsheet that had the mass of all the objects in the game. And the lightest thing I could find that is pretty much the shape that is needed is this little jig contraption that's in Spirit Temple. So this is what we have now. Excuse me. I think this one, it seems like the numbers are pretty, can be pretty large, but have not a great difference in effect. So this one, I think it's either 200 or 250 mass. Carts are 400, and then, I think metal boxes, like the one I used yesterday, is 4,000. So, pretty big gap there, but then not a huge difference in time. So that's a pretty neat thing. Okay, so this is the fastest thing that I've found so far. Actually, I want to see if I can just climb onto it. Yeah, this one I think is pretty nice, especially considering you can just do that. I would like to find something that's applicable for 1.0 AD, but since they're foregoing getting auto build now, that seems like it could be a little tricky. Oh, okay. Well, this is, if I land at the bottom like this, it's gonna be slower. But that makes sense, because the weapon collision is not as different. Not as far away. Okay, I need to not slip down. I think it is going at an angle when I'm... There we go. When I timed this combination yesterday, it was about 38 seconds, so that's the fastest one that I've seen so far. I can't remember if I got 38 with 2 of these or just 1. I think with just 1, maybe I got 42, but that's a pretty small difference. I don't know if it'll happen here, but there's a neat thing when I hit the ceiling. Oh, why is it turning now? Okay. It just decided, okay, it's time to turn. And now my weapon collision's up here. Very neat. So there are a couple things I would like to try to figure out. Um the main thing is I want to see if there's a way I can make it just go straight up. And I think when I had 2 of them yesterday, I was able to get that to happen. Let me see. Yeah, let me just auto build it first. Yeah, so this is the auto build I have saved. I'm gonna place it not exactly at the bottom. Yeah, let's try it there. I don't think... Yeah. I need to equip a large weapon for this. Pick it up so I can reuse it again when I warp back. If it'll let me. No. Okay. It's always a gamble when it's flashing back and forth between the one on your feet and then the one you want to actually swap to. Or actually want to pick up. I think it clipped through the floor this time, so oh well. Okay, now this one still has some horizontal to it. I think there has to be something about how you climb onto it. Let me try just climbing up the side and not fully, like, climb jumping to the top. Whoa, okay, stabilizer, right. It's always a surprise. Oh, did it break? Oh. Okay. I think it was a little confused with that much momentum. It did not know, it forgot its recall path or something. Wait, I didn't turn it on, right? No. Can't trick me this time. Okay, so this one, if you're on the side, it goes pretty much... Yeah, I'm barely moving at all horizontally. But then if I climb up, That's when I'm gonna have some horizontal movement. Well, this is neat. And land. Wow, very stable landing. Okay, okay. I see. What is happening in the video game? Oh, this is great. I just let it go like this for a while, see where we end up. I assume the weapon collision is like, because I have it at an angle, that's what's causing it to like get pushed in a circle. But I'm kind of surprised at how floaty it is. I mean, this is an object with not a lot of mass, so I think that does make sense. Oh. Where are we going? Oh, did we finally come to rest? Okay. That went on for a while. Wow, Link is like barely hanging on there. Yeah, that's about what I thought. I wonder what the shortest weapon... Oh? Well, that's new. My game crashed. I didn't have anything weird going on. Oh, hmm. Unless I had, like, mistakenly dynamic zuggled a bunch of things somehow. I don't think that should have crashed. I think the game had a little too much fun. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled testing. It was right when I went to fire the arrow, too. So it reminds me of, like, in Breath of the Wild, when you are very overloaded and try to shoot a shock arrow, sometimes that same thing can happen. But I don't know if it's related in this case. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't have the box fusion. I think that should be fine. I actually want to test this with a bow, because I think in the case of 100%, bow would be more usable. Oh, do I not? Right. Okay, I have to use an autosave. Because I didn't make my manual save after... Yeah, this one should be good. I didn't make my manual save after getting the thing out of Right Leg Depot. There we go. Something else I want to see. What if... I want to assume this is not having, like, a huge effect on the horizontal momentum. But what if we stick it, like, right in the center? We'll see how that does. What if I try this weapon? Okay, that one works. No, give me my other weapon. Okay. It worked. Yeah, it's like perfect size for him. Just have him nestled in the center. Wow. Okay. We have a little bit more horizontal this time than we did last time. Oh, okay. See you later. I feel like it's strange how it's not very steerable. Yeah, this build is very speedy. I think even with the horizontal component, it wouldn't matter that much because I think in any cases where this would be useful, it would be, I mean, I'm traveling like the whole distance of like from down here to the top of the map, so obviously it adds up to be a lot. But I would think that, let me just go with the one I saved. I would think in like a run setting, like you wouldn't be traveling that high of a distance. At most, you'd maybe go like 1,000 meters or something. But just kind of figuring out how it works is nice. What if we try this configuration? No, come back. Yeah, that's some other stuff I want to test because the shape of the weapon definitely does matter. So I want to get some weapons that are like that you would more easily get in a run. That's one reason I picked this up because when you come to Lookout Landing, you can just get one of the swords over here from him. And the one people most likely would grab would be the Royal, or the Royal Guard sword. Okay, that's a little too high up. Oh wow. Yeah, stabilizer. That makes sense. Oh, that almost hit me in the head. I slipped. If it's just a single one, it seems like you have to be pretty careful about not jump climbing up it. Because this happens real easy, where he just kind of jumps over and lands in the center. There we go. Oops. Something about having them configured this way seems a little tricky. Oh, right. I keep forgetting I have to re-enable the stabilizer. Let's see. I slipped in the center again. Something is strange about this now. Oh. I thought I was closer to the ground. I almost just like straight up fell without opening glider. You know, instead of moving this, I could have just turned it to face towards me, but that's okay. Right, stabilizer. I remember. If I don't see the battery at the bottom, then I need to hold up before I climb on. Okay, this one is a bit more horizontal still. Andre was saying there's some in Wellspring, so over by Zora's Domain, so those may be accessible. I don't know exactly where they are here though. I think the main concern for AD is like, since they wouldn't have auto build, their biggest use for it would be going from where you meet Tulin here up to the top of Wind Temple so they can dive down. And if that's really the only use case, there'd have to be a build that's like quick to make and something that you can use, something that you can do with Zonai devices. Which reminds me, I didn't see the mass for these. Curious if these have any lift. I know these things are pretty heavy. It says take. I don't know what it's saying take for. Oh. It was not showing the weapon name, so I just had to guess. Oh, I had it. Oh, I did have it. No. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. If I can't grab it quickly next time, I'll just leave it. There we go. Okay. Let's try it with these activated. Oh, okay. As soon as I turned off the hover, It went wild. Okay. What if I just do one stone then? That went a lot faster than I expected. Okay, I need to do these separately. I need this to turn on. I don't think you can do these separately. Yeah, hoverstones seem like they like to stay in the same place. Okay, I don't... So when I attach this, I think the stabilizer is going to turn on. Yeah. So I think stabilizer is not going to be an option for hoverstone. Trying to have Link like right in the middle. Oh. Hey, what's up, Andre? Welcome back to the exploring. Oh, you got it to work with one cart? Or is that cart on like its normal side and not vertical? Vertical cart? Oh, I want to see this. Do you have a clip of it? I don't know why I'm trying to recall this when I can just do it this way. Haven't clipped it. I'm interested to see how it works because I didn't have a lot of luck with getting it to stay. It was going really fast and then it's like, okay, never mind. It's in your VOD from today. I'll have to check it out if you don't clip it before then. You just activate stabilizer and climb it. What weapon were you using? Was it a smaller one like this, or was it something else? Royal Clay with cart fuse? I'm surprised the weapon just doesn't slip out then from underneath. Which way are you climbing it? Is it from the side or... like from this side or this way? Front or back? Wow. Let me try this. Oh, right. You don't want to climb all the way up. Actually, that makes sense, because the reason it was failing for me a bunch was probably just because I was climbing all the way up. Oh, well, I'm fine. Oh, okay. It did not like that. Yeah, climbing to the top seems inconsistent. That's good it can work with one cart, because it is one of the lighter objects in the game. When I looked at the spreadsheet yesterday, I did see a couple shrine objects I want to check out, but the thing that was lightest, that kind of matches the shape that would be good, was one of these from Spirit Temple. Obviously, that doesn't really apply to AD, but I'm thinking maybe hundo setting, you just slap a stabilizer on one of these. So I was able to bonk the ceiling in like 38 seconds with the weapon fusion and just this. Oh, it didn't fuse. Or it didn't attach. It's a little off-center, but it shouldn't matter. This so far is the best thing that I've found. And I think it's cute the stabilizer just fits in there perfectly. You don't even have to use a rune to set up the slide, just Ultra Hand to build it. That's convenient then. So you don't have to lift it up at all, you can just run at it and climb and it'll just go. That's very convenient then. You said there were stabilizers over at Wellspring? One moment. Wellspring and West Necluda Sky. It's very convenient then. If it's just a single cart, like as long as the stabilizers are accessible, then that seems really good. I'm gonna be testing around with this object. I really need to make a manual save, but then I'm gonna have to go back in. I had to break into Right Leg Depot because it still has the bars locked and I couldn't find the exit. Something else I want to try. This would be more applicable for Hundo. I already dropped it. Okay. Drop a quid? No. I want to say it was yeah. Let's see how this does. Oh, that's a good sign. I wasn't able to get this to work at all with cart yesterday. And I never tried climbing up the front side, so maybe that's different. Let's see. I'll take a look at the clip in a second. I had to turn the stabilizer on again. Yeah. Okay. Didn't work that time. Hmm. It worked the first time, so what did I do differently? Yeah, let me just take a look at this. Oh, I got I got it going at 2x speed. There we go. Oh yeah, this looks very good. I'm guessing you don't really have a lot of... Well, yeah, I guess you do have some horizontal control. I see you like nudging to the left and right, so not a lot of speed, but it still lets you position it. That's good. You can control the spin, yeah. That's what it looked like. I guess I got lucky the first time I climbed up this thing, because now it is not wanting to keep the bow collision underneath. Let me try with a cart. Maybe that is the answer to both cases. Oh right, this was, I guess, an auto-built stabilizer? Yeah, less junk needed to build the contraption, the better. And like, if it's a Zonai device, then that's something that's super accessible compared to something that's like tucked away in Right Leg Depot. Oh right, I used the bow. Even if more junk yields higher speeds, it seems like really diminishing returns, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, because like when I tested yesterday, like after I looked at the mass on the spreadsheet, like this has been the fastest so far, and that had me hit the ceiling in like 42 seconds using like the same weapon as I use with other stuff. But then with 2 carts, I was getting about 49, and that's from like right here where you're near like the base of the map, or where you're near 0 all the way up to like 3200, and you're not going to be traveling that kind of distance in any practical reason. So yeah, it's super diminishing returns. And even with like Metal Box, I was getting like, I think 106, and that one has 4000 mass. Whereas this has like 250. Alright, let's see if I can just climb on this thing. Not really. I can test this with Great Eagle Bow as well, but I feel like that bow is gonna be even more unlikely to stay underneath. Oh, put the stabilizer at the bottom. Oh, that makes sense. That's smart. That way there's like a little bit of... There's a little bit of a gap underneath it. Okay, that would have probably worked if I didn't climb up. I didn't mean to climb all the way. Try again. Hard to not be greedy with a climb up, yeah. I was only doing it because it seems like this is pretty slow. I mean, I didn't really give it a chance to take off, so this is not bad. I think the Savage Lionel Bow makes it a little bit spinny. I don't think that's too big of a problem, though. Yeah, I would say for resource purposes, this is probably like about as good as it gets. Just 2 Zonai devices, and you are so right. It's so hard not to get greedy. Just 2 devices and both of them Zonai is really convenient. Okay, I don't know how to properly, like... I mean, I guess I do. Let me just do it like this. Let me hold it in place for a second. Hmm. Interesting. I want to do a speed test of this compared to other stuff that I've tried. Because I know that the bow will be like the main thing, slowing it down. But I want to see just how much. Hmm. If it seems like it's not working well with recall for some reason. But it would be funny if you like explicitly need to not use recall. Yeah, just like looking at the weapon name, it feels like it's not getting stuck if the object is recalled. That's so strange. Huh. Recall is bait, yeah. I only wanted to use it for testing, but I guess this is probably close enough. Oh no. I got greedy. Bloom greedy. Okay. See how long we take to bonk the ceiling. This climb up was pretty nice. This one is going very vertical. Most of the time it's unstable, yeah. I would think so. That's such a smart observation, just having like the thin gap underneath it with the stabilizer so that you don't have to use Ultra Hand or Recall. That's so smart. Okay, that was about... I paused a tiny bit late. That was about 108. Oh, I see. We're not going up anymore. Same as 2 carts? I thought with 2 carts I got 49 seconds. But the big difference with this is gonna be the weapon. I think the bow is not giving as large of a push as like a claymore would. Let's see. I think I still have Rusty Claymore on this. On this save. Apparently not. I grabbed the one out of Fuse. Where's another Rusty Claymore? Well, this is the reason I have the object map open. You know, actually, I need to set up this file a little more properly for testing. Let me just reload and I'll grab the one out of Fuse. Might as well use a Royal Claymore. Yeah, I want to try with both. Where is the most convenient Royal Claymore? Is that something I haven't looked into? There's a few in Upper Castle. Okay. Let me just take a look at the object map then. Royally Claymore. Oh, I'm searching in shrines. Sky, surface, and dips. There we go. One on GP and one in a monster camp near Hyrule Field Tower. For Rusty? Or... Oh, right. That GP would be, like, actual... Like, not GSI. Actual progression in the game. I guess I can just go down to Great Plateau and grab that one. Yeah, I see where that one is. Let me get rid of a couple of these. That's underground. This one's in a cave. It's probably the most convenient spot to warp because it's not under something. I don't know if there's... What would be like the largest bow? Because I know that in the context of 100%, I would probably have Savage, Great Eagle Bow, and then a Zonite Bow. They should just make bows larger. I wonder if the mass spreadsheet... I mean, I saw that it had weapons in there, but I wonder if there's any variants in mass for bows. Or if the mass even is a factor. Okay, it's this way. Let's see if I have a few rubies to spare. I'll use this. Rather than dig through my entire inventory for a ruby. Right. I remember I can just warp out. I'm very Elden Ring brain in thinking that I have to go somewhere and stand for like 2 minutes before the game will let me warp. I might as well, while I'm grabbing things, let me see where a Zonite bow is. I know those are kind of rare. Oh, apparently there's just one sitting in a lake. That's convenient. I'm gonna hope I didn't grab this one in my casual playthrough. I realized they were good after a while, so I might have. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, would I even have Zonite bow? Maybe. Maybe at some point. So the main thing I want is like a single shot bow for Addison. So I can just shoot hoverstones at him. It's faster than having to fiddle around with Ultra Hand if you can space it properly. I didn't click on the dot. Is this underground? It's in the sky. Of course it is. Only this water were like slightly deeper. Yeah, warping is just gonna be faster than trying to go up any other way. Okay, it's not this shrine, the other one. I think it was, yeah, it's over here. No shock, please. No shock. Maybe I did grab this. I would assume the chest would be here, but I do not see it. Yes. Okay, so I guess I did grab this one at some point. Uh, hmm. Maybe Royal Bow makes more sense, actually. I don't know. You can just grab a handful of likely candidates to test. Well, is this right? No. Okay. When you search Royal Bow in the object map, the Lionels show up, but they have Royal Claymore. They just also have a bow. So it parses both. It says there's one in a cave. Does static Zuggle is that the same thing as map Zuggling? Because yeah, it does. If that's what you're meaning or what you're talking about. Yeah, there are new terms that I feel like I feel a little unacquainted with. I guess static Zuggle. Wait, that does make sense because the other one being dynamic Zuggle. Yeah. Classic Zuggle, yeah. Yeah, Map Zuggle is just convenient for the rocket holder, so you can drop it whenever it runs out and then equip a new one. Or Zuggle, a new one rather. I wanna hope it's this one. There we go. Just actively equip the rocket holder. Like, my thought on that though is like, by actively equip, you mean just having it like equipped as intended, like as the game intends you to. Yeah. The main thing about that is that I feel like there's moments in Hundo where you would want to swap to something else. Primarily, it's just for like you could Zuggle the rock weapon. That wouldn't really be a problem. But there's also times where you have like the rock. I don't have one in my inventory. You have like the boulder stands, and if you have those equipped to a spear, you can just stand next to them. Yeah, holding the rocket holder. If you're not, I feel like the only issue with that potentially could be like how many times you have to hit bosses. Like, how often is your weapon gonna break versus your shield breaking? Okay, I'm trying to remember where this cave is. Or not cave. There's like an enemy camp somewhere. Yeah, that's definitely an option. Yeah, setting new pocket rocket takes like 5 seconds. That's true. I could definitely see just having it active as your active weapon being the ideal solution. I guess in that case you would also just dynamic Zuggle the rock weapon too. Or no, you would probably want to map Zuggle that one. Unless like slides become really good and then you don't want the drop input to actually drop the weapon. The only issue then is that the rock weapon would probably like... Oh, this is a royal bow now? Wait. The rock weapon would probably break eventually, right? Because like you don't have that issue with all the MNF, but then the rock weapon would. Yeah, if cart slides are relevant often, static Zuggle would be like infinitely worse. Unless you can just like use bows for everything, but then your slides are gonna be worse too. Okay, I thought there was supposed to be a falcon bow in this camp, but or a swallow bow rather. I guess it changes to something else if it scales. That seems weird though. Swallow bow. Oh, it's in a chest. Okay. I could have just come here for a royal bow. I might have opened this chest already because I don't see it. I'm gonna assume that's what I did. Let me go up here then. Right about there. I'm gonna hope that swallow bow. I'm gonna hope that cart slides are more useful for Hundo, because having something that is a faster movement option, I think, would be nice. And it seems like it's only getting better. Like, it's so fast to do with overloading. Is this the spot? Okay, I think so. One of these. Hundo will be significantly faster with overload strats. That's what I'm hoping for. Like, they're already fast, but it seems like things are only getting better. Yeah, I could definitely see the rocket holder being just your main equipped weapon. Because otherwise you're only zuggling like one thing, and that's gonna be the rocket weapon, just so you can swap weapons a little more freely, but It's definitely like not a requirement. See if I can grab a falcon bow. Just so we can test a variety of things. Probably grabbed this one already, maybe? I'm assuming it would be right there, because otherwise why is there like just a hole in the briars? Where else is a falcon bow? I should find one held by an enemy, but maybe there's not one? The falcon bows just disappear from the game after a while, because I don't see one that's held by an enemy. This shrine is outside. I don't think what weapons I want to grab. What would be good to test this with? Honestly, probably just keeping the rock fusion on the Royal Claymore is a good idea, since it would be one of the weapons we'd always have. Assuming we do stick it on a Royal Claymore. Okay, here's the real question. When are we gonna figure out how to set up cart slides in midair? That's when we unlock the true potential. Wow. I guess there was a bokoblin here. I had not a clue. Okay, swallow bow, falcon bow. I still want to get a zonite bow. Just to see if there's any significant difference between these three. Let me check the sky. Let me check the sky labyrinth. Should be one right here. I don't know if it's just something that's like tucked away in some corner of the internet, but I'm kind of surprised that Elden Ring doesn't have an object map that is robust as what we have. There's also like the trend of like, oh, if you want to unlock all the features, you have to pay money, which is like, I get it, but it feels weird when there's like not really alternatives. Because as far as I saw, there's only like 2 maps that are really super good. Hey, what's up, Aqua? The elevating is going pretty well. I'm grabbing a variety of like weapons and such to test with. Andre came up with a really good elevator build that is incredibly simple. Okay, so I don't have MNF on this save. And I still don't know I don't know the fastest way to grab it. What do I want to do? I guess I could put Boulder Fusion on the spear. This is the nearest boulder I know of. Actually, I wonder if this boulder is still here. If you've used it already for the Korok. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's not it. I think I'm out of luck. There's no boulder here. Oh wait. I saw this wrong. Is this still interactable? I'm taking your rock, little guy. I should have just left it in the holder. I guess it's not too late. And equip this. I have Boulder Spear, I have Rock Claymore. I have just the base Rusty Claymore. I don't know, maybe I should just... I could just grab MNF the way that I know how. I'm gonna have to go through the whole intro again, though. What's faster, going through the whole intro or learning how to do it the new way? Like, actually, maybe I want to do this in Fuse. Is there like a cheat sheet for the menuing in this game? I know there's like a pinned message that feels like it's impossible for me to read. I don't know if there's like a cheat sheet for like common menuing inputs though. Even right now, I'm trying to remember if I know how to do this. Yeah, it's those inputs that do not mesh well with my brain. Okay. So if I want to do this, let me just equip one of these. Whip, drop. Okay, that was not it. I think that was right. I'm trying to get MNF in this file, and I don't know the new way to do it. The one that has drop Zuggle? One of those? Quick drop Zuggle, yeah. That's the one, I couldn't remember the name of it. Whip and drop target. Unpause, pause. Okay. Drop target, equip, and unequip another weapon. Unpause, pause, while turning.
People have been falling ill after coming.
Drop target, equip, and unequip another weapon.
Huh?
Unpause and pick up the target. Make this smuggle permanent. Swap weapon, ideally with quick menu. Pause, drop equipped weapon, and load. I'm trying to like mentally visualize all this in my head, but I feel like I'm stuck like halfway. They drop target, equip and unequip another weapon, unpause and pick up the target. Swap weapon, pause, drop equipped weapon, and load. So what does the drop Zuggle persist through? Do like warps and loads end up messing it up at some point? I guess not, because like you're able to bring it in here. Would there be any reason to not have that for any category that uses cart slides where you can just have the weapon at your feet at all times? Not if you swap and drop. Okay, my weapon is not here, I think. I did not see it. Okay, guess we're saving here then. I have this file backed up anyway. Oh, you'll pick it up when rocketing. Yeah, that makes sense. Cutscenes tend to force the smuggled weapons collision under the ground. Oh yeah, that's a problem then. Swap this. Then we... Okay. Drop, equip. Is it drop, equip, drop? I think that's right. Yeah, this is for save load dupe. There we go. Oh no, come back. Alright, let's go beat up Ganon before he wakes up. I went too far up. No, I didn't? Right about here. I don't know how precise it is where you'd need to stand for this method anyway. Okay, I'm trying to remember the inputs now. Which one do I want to drop first? I'm guessing it's this one. Want to drop the target first? Okay. God, I cannot remember this menuing. Okay, so I want to drop this and then equip this and then drop that. I feel like I think that's right. Let's find out. Maybe this will be the last time I get MNF this way, because I am getting the vibes to play this game more again. I just need to finish working my way through Elden Ring. Okay, we did it. We have it. You have to save load dupe or do a whack ton of Zuggles. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to grab. I have Zonite Bow, Falcon Bow, Swallow Bow, Royal Bow, Great Eagle Bow, Savage Lionel Bow. And then shields don't matter. Weapons, I have Boulder Sledge. I've got this with a rocket on it. I'm thinking I want to get rocket fuse onto this. So let me see if I remember how to do that. Do that the good way. Wait, no, not like that. The gears are turning. I think I want the weapon on my back. I don't know if that makes a difference though. And I want to pick up this one? I don't think that did anything. Let me drop a shield with it. Okay, I think I'm not remembering how to do this. Drop one of these. There we go. I remembered. We'll also just keep a standard MNF as well. Might as well have multiple to test with. There's a crouch WST, but also turnaround WST. Do they work similarly? Or is the menuing... Oh, is much nicer for transferring fused owner. I don't know if I've seen that one. Okay, I think I have plenty of things to test with now. Let me just quickly add this elevator to my auto builds. I've been trying to keep up with the AD channel. I just feel like I click on it sometimes and there has been so much conversation, which is nice, but then I feel like I can't catch up. It's good though. I appreciate all the stuff you guys are doing. Cooking up a storm, yeah, for real. Save this. This one's better because it'll just have the front facing me. Okay, so now we save. Now I'm gonna test the speed of like all these things I collected. So I'll try with MNF first. Just like base MNF. Oh right, I can't throw this. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this a different way. I guess I could also do shock method with weapons. I should just figure out the way to do this with overloading again. Shock is fake. Have to use real drop smuggle setups. You can't make me. Actually, yeah, you probably can make me. Okay, I'm gonna lose this claymore. I did make a manual save, right? Yeah. The 1.0 AD route dock should be helpful for all this stuff. Yeah, I would think so. So does shock actually not work if you're trying to zuggle, if you're trying to drop smuggle MNF this way? Or are you just saying it's fake because it doesn't work consistently? It'll kill dynamic zuggle, yeah. I know that part. This feels like it's not working for some reason. I don't know if I'm doing this. Maybe I should do it with the same weapon type. I don't know if that actually makes a difference though. It's stupid and bad and you hate it. That's fair. Okay. Let's try this instead. Make sure I'm not just forgetting the inputs. I think it's just drop equip. Yeah, it's just drop equip, so maybe this just doesn't work with MNF for some reason. Okay. I guess for these tests, I'm just gonna... It's gonna be as soon as I grab on. And then I will try to carefully position my way up. No. Carefully position and not get greedy. Oh, did it land nearby? Not nearby enough. Trying to think if there's a way that I can do this that is consistent every time. I guess I could just put Link's face like right up to it and then do that. Oh, okay. I don't want to climb all the way up, but I'm trying to think of how to do this in a way where I could compare different stuff accurately. Oh, nice. Our elevator can go down as well. This is so silly. I love this game. Alright, let's see how long we take to bonk the ceiling. I'm gonna just start putting notes in Notepad++. Let's see, rock, claymore, royal. Should just put rock, royal, claymore. You know, this seems not much different than when I was testing with Savage Lionel Bow. I can't remember what time I got for that. Okay, so that was 103. What if... Oh, I was gonna say, what if I could find a way to pilot this back to Lookout Landing? I was gonna attempt to, but it flung me off. I like how you can't press D-pad up for like a solid 5 seconds after reloading. How do I do this? I'm gonna guess this also doesn't work. Yeah, I think this just doesn't work with MNF for whatever reason. But that's okay. That's just more motivation for me to remember how to do the overload method. I know the inputs are simple. It's just been a while. Try with the spear. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, it does work. Okay. Oh, okay. Problem with using this one. I need to set it over the boulder. I think I'm already sensing a problem. We did not have like an immediate lift off. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's see what we get for this one. Oh right, I guess I'm just gonna keep changing colors because I'm gonna be typing numbers. I wonder why I had so much spin there. We're getting a lot of horizontal now too. Yeah, just for like 3 seconds, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna spin a bunch, and now it's like barely spinning. Okay, this one seems very close. This one was like 5 seconds faster. Uh, Boulder Royal Claymore got 58. Okay. Rapid spinning time. I'm guessing this does work. Or this would work, right? Like if I'm doing overload method with dynamic zuggle, like you can dynamic smuggle an MNF to your feet, right? They don't have like some special property that makes it so you can't. Probably. Yeah, I don't know why I would either. It's just like that's one thing we're obviously gonna have, so I feel like it makes sense to test it as well. Let me just do plain Rusty Claymore now. Okay, I need to have something different equipped. Oh, I walked on top of it for a second. There we go. I feel like my positioning is a little better with this. It's probably about the maximum amount you can climb before Link would climb up. Rusty Claymore. MNF. MNF. I guess when you... I guess I don't need one with rocket fuse because when you menu to it, it's not going to have the rocket on it in the menu. But I guess I can test one that has the Savage Lionel fuse. Yeah, this one's very similar. 104. It's basically like the same amount of time as the Rock Royal Claymore. Okay, let's see if I can hang on. Just out of curiosity. Huh, that's kind of strange. I can't climb down now. I guess it's because of the momentum. I can climb to the side. I'm assuming I can climb up, but I don't want to. And Delivery. I can't. Oh wow, this is still here. That's kind of surprising. I know stuff, it seems like stuff unloads anyway based on horizontal distance, so it's not too surprising, but that was still pretty far away. Why not? We'll test with the Rocket Club. That was a nice little spin. Okay. I think that should be fine. Nudge Link up a tiny bit more. Rocket Soldier's Claymore? This is a Knight's Claymore. $102? Or no, that was 58 seconds. That was the same as I got with the Boulder Royal Claymore. Pretty interesting. It's good that there's not that much variance from what I'm seeing, because then it makes it so it doesn't really matter what it is. I should try something with a cart fuse. I guess I'll do that next. I'll try the boulder with a cart fuse. And just reload. Oh, right. Have to do this. Have to do this the bad way. Not have to, but choose to. Okay. I'm gonna start this one over. Wow, okay. Because I've been jumping onto it instead of just climbing straight up. There we go. We'll start with that. Cart, Royal, Claymore. Our spin is just getting faster and faster. Oh, okay, no. It's slowing down. Okay. It just seems silly how variable it is. You would think since you're not changing position, it would just be like a constant thing. But instead, for some reason, there's some variance to it. Okay, 103. That was the same as the rock fusion. Let's try with some bows now. I'll test again with Savage Lionel Bow. See if I still get about the same time. That would be so savage. Uh... well, that's not a good start. I like how it just kind of plonked me up here, though. Excuse me. Ah, no. There we go. That was a good climb up, too. This should be a good test, then, because if anything, I assume bows are going to be worse at this. So it'll be good if it ends up being pretty much the same. Savage Lionel Bow. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be about the same. I'm going to guess around 103. A little bit longer. Yeah, 105. I can climb down this time. Oh, except now I can't. So strange. I can climb up, but not down. Let's test a Great Eagle Bow. Okay, I'm seeing some kind of inconsistency with the bows. Ah. I guess I can just recall that. Oh, there's like 1 pixel. Where was it? First, this game's like auto aim. I'm gently trying to push the motion around, and it's like, oh, you want to go further left? You want to go further right? I should have just auto built a new one. Oh, I found it. There we go. Hold up. This one had a very slow takeoff. I feel like my thought is gonna be that this one will be the slowest, but I don't know. They've all been very similar so far, so I'd be kind of surprised if it made that much of a difference. I think it is making a difference. This is pretty significant. Okay, this one definitely don't use Great Eagle Bow. This one was 117. So unless there was something wrong with my climb up, which I don't think there would be, we were going straight up. Gib is fake. Ain't no way. I want to take a quick look at the spreadsheet again. I made a copy of it so I could just do filters and sort by mass. But I want to see if there is a weapon that has more mass than the others. I assume if there is, it would be either like the Boulder Breaker or the Savage Lionel Crusher. Because I feel like that might be the only significant factor here. Let me see. Let me just search Royal Claymore. Royal Claymore has... Wait, where is it? Oh, I moved it here. Royal Claymore has 75. Savage Lionel Crusher. Wait, why does it have shield and bow? Oh, Crusher is not in this game. That's right. Boulder Breaker. Boulder Breaker has 75 as well. Yeah, I guess it's looking like all the weapons just have the same value for mass. That's weird though, like, I guess it's really just the shape of the collision that's making a difference here, and not any sort of other value attributed to it. I'm gonna assume that if Great Eagle Bow is bad, then Swallow Bow is probably also bad. Collision based only, yeah. I think the only time mass comes into play is based on like the weight of the object. Whip. Okay. Gonna assume Swallow Bow is also bad. Let's find out. Maybe Swallow Bow is really bad. I can see the name of the weapon like slipping out from underneath. You can see with this one how the collision is like, no. Well, that's interesting. Swallow Bow is especially bad at this. Okay, it's under. Still under. Oh no. Ow. It's staying. It's staying. Nudge just a little bit at a time. Okay, we have liftoff. You're doing great. Oh, never mind. What if I try the back of it? Okay, so that's just straight up worse. It doesn't even get stuck underneath. Yeah, so Swallow Bow is just not an option. Probably a good thing though, because I would assume this bow would not be used for long. Try Falcon. Wow, I'm just pushing the shock emitter around. Okay, Falcon does not have the same problem. Okay, I don't want to do that though. No climb jumping. I don't know why this is happening with bows, but this seems like a consistent thing that I've seen from several different bow types now. I've really only tested 4, and Swallow Bow didn't work. So it seems like there's some weird thing with bows where they just are under there for a second and then not. Ah. Very interesting shader. I love when my Link is invisible. That should be good. Swallow bow. Oh, that's... Well, that broke. I thought we were fine. I'm just over here typing, not looking at the screen, and then suddenly Link is spinning out. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna also assume that Falcon is not good. It's slightly better, because we actually made some height, but I feel like when things have a slow liftoff like this, that's also probably a bad sign in terms of speed. I feel like it should not... Yeah, the weapon is just like, it slowly creeps back up. Yeah, so I think if there's any spin, because it was probably fine when I had liftoff, but when there was like any spin, it just is like, nah, not working anymore. Okay, let's try Zonite bow, and then that should be... Or wait, let's do Royal bow first. This one I would have a little bit more hopes for. I feel like I could nudge Link a tiny bit higher, but I'm not going to. Swallow bow. Not work. Does not work. Falcon bow. Does not work. Royal bow. This one is looking pretty similar to the weapons I tested. I'm gonna guess it's probably around... Maybe this one is closer to 110 actually. Maybe 105. Yep, 110. The Royal bow is fine. One more bow to test. Link's a funny guy. Hey, what's up, Bounce? Hope you've been doing well. There's been some good testing today. I feel like I haven't done a lot though. I think Andre just kind of solved the elevator. So this is the build. Doesn't require Ultra Hand or Recall because there's already a gap underneath to lodge the weapon under. Also, it's just 2 Zonai devices, so you can just build it whenever. Oh, I duplicated it. Not what I meant to do, but I'll take it. I'll take it. There we go. Yeah, I was testing similar things yesterday in stream. I had like a 3-cart build I was using, but it seems like 1 is just ideal. I thought we needed a bit more of collision for weapons and such to get stuck under, but somehow this just seems to work fine. And yeah, in the case of AD, since they're not, for 1.0, they're not getting auto build anymore, the fact that you can just get 2 things immediately out of your inventory and just stick them together like this seems very nice. Okay, this one is also pretty slow. Zonite bow. 111. Yeah, so that's about the same as Royal Bow. I want to test with a couple more weapon fusions. I can't find the rhythm for this. There we go. Andre was saying there's stabilizers in Zora's domain, so it seems like it actually is a viable thing. Or not Zora's domain, but Wellspring Island. He had a clip earlier he posted, I can grab it, where he used it for Wind Temple. Okay, I feel like if there's going to be anything that makes a significant difference with this, it's probably going to be a very short weapon with a large fusion. So I had this earlier. I'm going to try it again though. I'm just going to fuse a box to this. And I want to see if it has any significant difference. If not, I'm going to assume that there's not going to be a whole lot of variance between weapons. This does feel speedy. Maybe there is a difference. Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna hope that didn't mess with my results at all. But okay, this is interesting. So this is broadsword, right? Knight's broadsword. So when I had the rocket fuse to this, I got basically the same amount of time. I got 58 seconds. With this one, I got 59, which I'm assuming that's practically the same. Which makes me think that maybe the fusion doesn't matter, but then I don't know. I don't know why this tiny sword seems to be like the fastest thing so far. All the weapons have been within like 5 or 6 seconds of each other though, so it seems like it doesn't really matter that much. Alright, let's see what we get with this. Yeah, maybe just the tiny swords are just good for some reason. Which means maybe you do want to do this with MNF. Would be interesting. Okay, so without a fusion, it is a tiny bit slower, but it's like 4 seconds, 4 to 5. So yeah, that's like nothing. It's in line with like all the other weapons. Okay, so here's everything that I have so far. Rock Royal Claymore was 103. Boulder Royal Spear, Royal Halberd was 58. Rusty Claymore was 104. Rocket Knight Broadsword was 58. Cart Royal Claymore was 103. Savage Lionel Bow was 105. Great Eagle Bow was 117. Swallow Bow doesn't work. Falcon Bow doesn't work. Royal Bow 110. Zonite Bow 111. Fox Knight Broadsword is 59. And just regular Knight Broadsword is 103. So altogether, it seems like your weapon choice doesn't matter that much for this. But don't use bows. Because, like, Savage Lionel Bow is the only one that did pretty okay with 105. Everything else was, like, 110 or higher, or just straight up didn't work. I do think I want to test one more thing though. I want to see if I make this a little wider by adding a second cart, if it's going to change the speed dramatically if I put a box back on this. But I think the only thing that's going to give me noticeably faster speed is if I just climb straight up to the top, but we've determined that that's not very viable. That's not very stable, especially if it's just a single cart build. Even with multi-cart, I was having trouble with trying to stand on the back of, or stand on top of the stack. That looks good. And we need... I feel like if you wanted more speed out of this, the way to do it is to just put 2 carts vertically. I feel like that would lead to better results than the thing I'm trying right now. But let's try it out and see. You know, this may not even make that much of a difference. I mean, the box is clipping into the second one, so maybe it would. I don't know, we'll try it and find out. Box Knight's Broadsword. 2 carts. I got 59 with a single cart, so it's looking like it's not going to be a significant difference. If the collision is actually mattering and it's like pushing into the second one, then I think that's kind of outweighed by the build being more mass. Yeah, 103, so it was actually slower. Nice. Oh, not this. So what happens if I put another cart on top? What happens if I climb jump now? Oh, that flung me. Wow. Okay, so I can do a full climb jump without climbing all the way up. So I want to see how this works out. Well, so far it didn't work out at all. Something strange is happening here. Seems like adding a second cart might be making it more unstable. Like, surely it's not too heavy now. Like, where is my weapon collision? Hey, what's up, JFresh? I tried adding another cart on top just to see if I could get more speed out of it. But for some reason now it's just not wanting to work at all, which is kind of odd. Yeah, elevator testing has been going really well. Andre came up with a very simple build, which is just stabilizer and cart, and it seems like it works very well. Trying to see what else I can do with it, but maybe I just have to climb up very slowly. Yeah, I guess climb jumping just doesn't work for some reason. Yeah, I think we have a good elevator build now. You don't have to fiddle around with like ultra hand and like trying to recall it in the air either, since the stabilizer just has a gap underneath it. Or it just leaves a gap under the cart. See, if we can just fall straight down and land in lookout landing again, that would be nice. It's looking promising. Nice landing. Now let me just put it back over here. But yeah, since the build seems like it's pretty much figured out, most of this stream, or I guess a good portion of it, has just been me trying it out with different weapons and fusions, and so far I haven't found anything that makes a significant difference, except like most bows are bad. It seems like you want a weapon for this. Yeah, not sure if it's the best, but it's very efficient in terms of like what you need to build it and like how it works. Fast to make and climb, yeah. Okay, so I don't know why, but climb jumping seems to screw this up for some reason. gonna climb on. I'm gonna take like 3. I'm gonna do like 3 climbs up and then try jumping. Yeah, something about jumping just breaks it. It's so strange. Delivery. I guess I'll just climb up it the normal way. No climb jumping. See what kind of time I can squeeze out of it if it's any more significant. The best I've gotten with like any build so far has been 38, but again, that's like going from near 0 on the map all the way to the height ceiling. So when you're traveling shorter distances, it's gonna be negligible. $40, yeah. Seems to be about the limit. Which makes me think, if we're gonna do, like, if we were making an auto build of this, what if we just use some of the parts near Addison? Because it seems like the only thing is just like making it taller. I mean, the mass would also be a factor. But what if we just grab a board that's just longer and try that? It's right here. So I just kind of want to compare these side by side to see length. Yeah, that's about like a cart and a half, cart and 3/4. Actually, no, that's like perfect. Huh. Friendship ended with cart, unfortunately. I want that a little further down. Maybe that's too far. It's gonna keep attaching at the same 2 spots. Let me see how this looks. Probably want it at the higher elevation, actually. Oh, not the rain. The rain is gonna mess up trying to test this. I could just auto build it, but I'm gonna drag it over here with me. I missed. I do wonder, like, does auto-built wood burn? I'm guessing I wouldn't use this in any area with lava, but it is something I would keep in mind. Oh, right. Rain is gonna make this harder to time. I think that's right. Okay. Now we have to wait out the rain anyway. So, just 30 seconds to go. I'll look at the spreadsheet again. I would assume all these boards have the same mass, but maybe I could find something that is similar length that is less. I also want to test. Can I just, like, climb jump up this? No, there's something weird about climb jumping. Oh, the stone slabs? No. I assume I want something that's wood for less mass. That's so weird. Why? Where did it? Oh. Just climb jumping? I thought maybe the glue that was attaching the two carts was what was causing issues before. But it seems like climb jumping just messes it up somehow. Oh, that's cute. Perfectly perched. Okay. Let's do an actual timing, and then I should go for the day. This might be better. I don't know if when you attach things with Ultra Hand, if the mass together is additive. But I know with carts, their base mass is like 400. So maybe this one has less than two carts, because two carts, if it's additive, being 800, maybe this one is something less. Okay, yeah. Same amount of time. Two carts was 40, this was 41. Yeah. I think there has been some good testing today. Thank you very much to Andre for the excellent build idea. I want to test with MNF offline, but I have to look at how to do that with overloading since it doesn't work with shock apparently. Let's see. I don't think I've raided Moldy before. I think we can raid Moldy today. Moldy is doing some any percent attempts, so I wish him good luck. I'll probably just info dump like everything that I've seen or like tested so far and written down somewhere in the Discord. Yeah, I want to test this compared to using the spring contraption for Hundo as well. It definitely has applications for like over here where spring contraption is not enough to go straight up to these. But I don't know in terms of like any of the other ones I've routed in, like for here or these. But yeah, we'll see. Thanks again for hanging out, everybody. Would be more Hundo centric, yeah. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for hanging out and go wish Moldy good luck.